and welcome to a special T3 recording of the podcast from the Gadget Show Live in London.
Woo! Yeah.
Listen to that.
Make some noise.
As you might have gathered, we're in front of a live audience.
Massive.
I said
We got two youths reading a newspaper sat 5 yards away from me.
There was one enthusiastic round ripple of applause.
One person that we gave a free ticket to. We gave away 30 free tickets, and there aren't even 30 people here.
Okay.
Where are the other 29?
More people are arriving. Okay, this is good. Coming up on this week's show, we've all the news from the Gadget Show Live here at the XL.
XL London.
Yeah.
The excitement's building. The Wii U is out, and so is a Wii Mini. And Apple finally sees fit to sell those lovely iMacs it showed us in October. Plus, we'll have our gadget review of the year.
Yep.
All that and more with my co-host, the lovely Rhi Morgan, and the man who loves an audience. It's T3's Mr. Duncan Bell. Welcome.
I do love an audience. I do feel a bit
I like this instant
emasculated by this, but
this instant feedback we're getting.
Instant gratification, isn't it?
Normally
So,
it's
like,
about
that
a
is
week
funny.
later on Twitter. That joke you made 3
it's
minutes in.
kind of weak. Kind of a laboured pun that you open with there.
Anyway, Duncan, this is the section of the podcast where I normally turn to you and say, how's your week been?
Very good, very good. I'm very happy to be here. This is, for me, possibly the best exhibition centre in the Canning Town area.
Definitely in all of East London.
Top 10, anyway.
Up there,
Top
up there.
10, yeah, number one.
I haven't been here since the last time I was here was to the Olympics to see Greco-Roman wrestling
How was that?
with massively muscular Middle Eastern men, oiled up, kind of essentially pushing each other whilst grunting.
This was definitely the Greco.
And then I watched some wrestling.
Hey!
Oi, oi.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I've had a great week. It's
Yeah.
going downhill rapidly, but up to this point, it's been good.
I understand. On then to our top story, and what else could it be but the Gadget Show Live, which has this week decamped from its usual Birmingham NEC home to London's XL for Gadget Show Live at Christmas.
I like that action. That was
Christmas.
Yeah.
There's nothing very Christmassy about it. They
No,
don't
I
really
was
push the boat
expecting
out on fake
at least
snow or...
Santa Claus, reindeer,
No.
maybe some elves.
Yeah.
There's some unhappy-looking families and a lot of sort of strewn about kind of toys and things.
But
So
at
it's
least
kind of-
our audience
that's
is in
quite
the festive
Christmassy.
spirit.
Yeah. Woo! We want some carols. Sing some carols.
Someone's wearing a scarf. I think that counts.
Yeah, definitely. And hats.
So, Rhi, you
Yeah.
have actually been touring the stands.
I have.
Dutifully making notes.
Yep.
What's going on at the Gadget Show Live
There's a
at
lot of
Christmas?
stuff going on. I'm wearing the, I don't want to say Necro Mini, but they're not Necro Mini. It's
They're
Nico
the-
Mini. Nico Mini is...
Excite-O ears.
Duncan, could you just
Sorry.
describe those, perhaps, for people who aren't in the audience?
For people who
here?
aren't, or for
Yeah.
people who are. But they're essentially a pair of sort of pig ears.
Pig, they're cats.
Oh, okay, cat ears.
Yeah.
The power of Rhi's mind, and this is actually true, is
The
making the
mighty
move.
power. Yeah.
And the more they move, the more excited she is. And I have to say, they are completely static.
No, they're
So-
moving. They're moving.
They move there.
Yeah.
Oh, little
See?
twins.
See?
Little, yeah.
Yeah, so the more excited or the more alert
Okay.
I am, the more they move and the more...
This is a
forward they
genuine
go.
product.
Yeah, you can buy them. 65
You can see it. She's wearing it. We haven't knocked this up
Yeah.
around the back.
You can buy these.
Uh,
And also, I saw a 3D printer, which made me this.
I love this. Okay, 3D printing.
Yeah.
Obviously, quite a breakthrough technology. We're going to be printing cars in 6 months' time.
Yes.
guns.
We've got a
Or
bracelet.
guns.
The Daily Telegraph, this is the Daily Telegraph's attitude to tech. 3D printer, amazing thing. They said you could make a gun with it. But I think if you turned up and tried to rob a bank with a bright blue plastic gun,
not gonna go
firstly,
well,
you
is
ain't really
it?
going to be able to fire a bullet with it, and nobody's going to
No.
take you seriously either.
No.
Well, as we all know, the best thing to make with a 3D printer is another 3D printer, thereby populating the world with 3D printers.
Yeah, the only problem with that
You're
is
onto
the only thing you
something
can make
there.
of it so far is a model of a 3D printer.
Yeah, in fact, just show someone your
There you go.
bracelet there. Okay, well,
So there it is. And they did that in 15
how
minutes.
would you
It takes
describe
15
this
minutes.
intricate piece of 3D printing?
Plastic.
Well,
Yeah,
it is plastic.
it
It's
is
layers
made
of resin.
plastic, Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite clever.
It is clever. And they had things like dolls' houses made out of
expands as well.
plastic and skulls and
And a
Everything.
camera.
You go see them. A camera. Yeah,
I
model
noticed
of a
he's
It
camera.
wasn't actually a
slipped
camera.
that on his wrist as if he may just walk out of here with that. That's,
No, don't.
Yeah.
It's going to be worth thousands.
I
in
wouldn't
years
trust
to
him with
come.
any of the
first
more
thing made.
expensive technology we're going to
Yeah.
be showing off. What have other people been seeing today? What's caught your eye here?
The Windows 8 and the huge telly at LG.
Yeah, you couldn't really miss Windows 8. That's the massive thing. And what is it? 80 something inches? The LG?
84.
84 to be precise.
It's huge. It's right on the way in, isn't it? It's like massive.
And this goes beyond HD. This is
4K.
Yeah.
4K, high resolution. But you kind of need 4K if you're going 84 inches.
Well, you do,
I'm not
yeah.
sure I have a wall big enough for 84 inches.
I don't think my wall is 84 inches.
No,
at home.
I may need to extend.
I'd have to prop mine up against the wall.
Has anyone bought anything? Anyone got a bag with something in it? Hold on, I can see a tele. Yeah. Oh, we've got a purchase over here. What have you been buying?
Okay, I bought some Lego for my son, and
Lego. Okay. This is clothes. Have you been clothes shopping here?
no, that's my own stuff. And this is car
Like, I'm
freshener.
excited about this.
A car freshener.
My ears are going.
So we've been. You've toured the entire Gadget Show live. We've got what? We've got Windows 8 on display. We've got the
Yeah.
Wii U. We've got remote control helicopters just over there, and
There's-
you bought an air freshener. But what else? Hold on.
Is
Go on.
that a
What's this?
torch?
It's a iPhone charger.
Okay, that's quite cool.
Yeah.
The power tube. Yeah, look. Yeah, all right. I like that. That's quite stylish as well. So what? That tops up your iPhone. Very
That's
nice.
quite cool.
Okay. So
There's
more
also-
accessories. You've been. Yeah. Stocking fillers, you might say. I suppose it is Christmas.
Have you seen
Yeah.
anything you've liked, Dan?
As a matter of fact, Duncan.
I'm so glad you asked, Duncan.
Look, if I plug this, they might give me one. Look at this. Right, I love cameras. Okay.
Okay.
This is a big LED ring light.
Oh, that's the
Okay.
first stand you come to. That's why you've got that.
That's
like
I
the
toured
first stand
the
at the
entire
door.
floor to find this.
No, you didn't.
I did,
You're a liar.
honestly, no. But they're great because they when you take a picture with them, they illuminate. Look, Dave McCullen, he knows his cameras. He's nodding.
Okay,
But
he's
when
got
is
it?
one. He's
A
actually
ring
got one.
flash?
Did you buy it at the Gadget Show?
Now, when you take a
No.
picture with one of these, it illuminates your whole face, and you get that. You know, in magazines, when you look at their eyes, okay, they've got little white circles in their eyes, and it's because they've
Okay.
used a ring flash, and that's why they look so good.
I shall look more closely
So
at
for
photos in
125
magazines.
quid, you can approximate that look.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay.
So do you enjoy a bit of a ring flash, Dan?
Thank you, Duncan. Thank you.
Let's not even go there. It's not. No.
Duncan, what have your highlights been of the show?
The mind control helmet, because they spelt mind M-Y-N-D.
Nice.
But I have to say, I put one on and I said to the guy, "You will give me one of these for nothing." And it didn't work. He didn't give me one. I can't work with this audience.
Useless.
Yeah. And what else? Oh, the other thing I liked, I don't know what the product was. There's a massive poster that said, "Ownage, try conage." I never found out what that actually was. But immediately underneath it, there was a small boy playing, they had loads of laptops set up. There was a small boy playing solitaire. You know, the one that's built into Windows. He was just sat there, like, underneath his absolutely massive, it was like, "Own these people. WTF.
If you're a bit geekish like me, there's a really nice display of old consoles and computers.
I saw
So
that.
they've got
Yeah,
the-
that's really cool.
They've got the Sinclair Spectrum, which is my first computer.
Yeah.
They've got a Speak and Spell, and you can play them. They're not behind glass. You can actually have a go at them. I love it. That's basically where I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon.
Well, that's good.
Well, you better hurry up because it closes in 15 minutes.
There's an over 18s room. Have you seen that?
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, there is.
What?
There's a curtained off area that says
Okay,
over
anyone
18s
going to
only.
admit to having been in the one man with a brown paper bag?
And what was in the over 18
Hold on. You're going to have to
room?
explain yourself now. What was in the over 18s room?
Overrating games like Resident Evil. That's all.
Oh, games.
What did you think
They
it was going to
lure
be?
you
Dan?
in. They lure you in with an over 18.
This is bad.
Guaranteed filth in here.
Yeah, there's
No.
like sort
What's
of low
inside?
gore zombie game.
Resident Evil.
It's quite filthy though, Resident Evil.
Quite filthy.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that.
Okay.
Might be. Yeah, could be.
So speaks the woman who has every 50 Shades of
Oh,
Grey.
and splendid
iteration
armour.
I've
on
got it
her
on my Kindle Fire over here.
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
50
we know. We
shades.
saw.
Good.
Have you seen the splendid armour? I saw it again. That was a really good product name. Again, that's just outside there. It's like, what type of armour do you use? Splendid armour. And it's uses kind of nanotech, so it's flexible. But then when you smite it with something, it rigidizes.
There's a couple of things that
If
do
that's
that.
a word?
Yeah.
Rigidize
And it
a
like
word?
takes the impact, doesn't it? And it
Yeah,
kind
it
of
becomes
stiffens.
It stiffens. Yes, exactly.
Right.
It's
But I
like
couldn't.
that.
I couldn't work out how to test it because I was thinking, well, if I punch it, how hard do I have to punch it for this effect to kick in? And then will I break my knuckles? So
Because
I
the
couldn't-
woman's got a t-shirt
couldn't
on
test it.
with it on. So, like, do you just go up and punch the woman?
Yeah, I
She's
didn't
got
really
it.
want to do that. I
Don't
thought
punch a woman.
Well, she's got it on. Then you think that's fair game. It's like, well...
a lot of women you meet these days,
does
if you go
not
and
go
punch
down well
them
in
in the
court.
chest, well,
I have-
really,
I
they
honestly-
don't like it.
Why did you punch her? She
I
was
didn't
wearing armour.
Yeah, I was testing
yeah.
testing of the
It's
product.
not going to work.
Right.
Anyway, there is plenty more where that came from. So let me say, here is the news. That's what I call a news bed. Yes, it's Wii U Day, the long-awaited Wii successor has hit shops for Nintendo's first major home console launch since 2006. Incredible. Close to 300 fans queued outside HMV on Oxford Street in freezing temperatures for the official midnight launch, a month after it hit shelves in the US, where
Wow.
all 400,000 units sold out in a week. If you can get your hands on one, expect to pony up 250 quid.
That's a bargain, I say. Forget the Wii U. What about the Wii?
Wii,
or
Wii.
the Wii Mini. Yes, Nintendo has launched a slimmed-down version of its original Wii U in Canada. It's brought in a $99 price tag, or £62. It gets a retro black and red paint job,
There
but
it is.
loses internet connectivity, so no GameCube games and no iPlayer. Oh, and Nintendo has no plans at all to bring it here.
Canada only.
Canada
Why
only.
not?
Canada only. Only get it in Canada.
Unveiled in October, Apple has announced that the new iMac refresh is now finally available to buy, boasting an incredibly thin body. It brings with it the new Fusion drive, which uses software to merge the speed of SSD storage with the capacity of a traditional hard drive. Prices start at £1,099 for the 21.5-inch model, or the 27-inch model is available from £1,499.
The 3G-enabled version of the Google Nexus 7 has landed on the 3 network as an exclusive. Coming hot on the heels of the Wi-Fi only model, it gets a teeny £49 price tag, but with a 2-year, £19 a month contract. That gives you 5 gig of data a month and a hefty £505 commitment over 2 years. Alternatively, you can burn the bank balance up front and pay as you go and shell out a not so small 259 smackers.
259 quid. That's
not
not
too
that
bad.
cheap for a Nexus. After the arrival of the Simple Touch, the Glow Light, and Nook HD, all household names.
I've got one here.
To the UK, Barnes & Noble has also brought its own app to these shores, competing head-on with Amazon's Kindle apps. It brings access to over 2.5 million books, magazines, and newspapers, and a free 14-day trial of Barnes & Noble newsstand. It's free to download for iOS and Android, but there's no mention so far of a Windows Phone version.
Oh, and those hilarious suits at Microsoft have proved that they do have a sense of humor with an ironic Internet Explorer hate site. The browser you love to hate ads campaign features an internet troll who claims IE sucks.
Sacrilege.
They're so funny, aren't they? Those cards. The ad and website goes on to state, it's good now. No, really. Hilarious. Strong hilarity from Microsoft there.
They really
Yeah.
know.
That is
Funny
very
guys.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't
As
seen
comedians
that.
go,
Come
they're
in,
very
sit
good.
down, rest your legs.
computer engineers.
Go on.
Dan, you've scared them away.
I have actually. I'm scaring small children who are hovering at the door. We've had plenty of texts and tweets.
Tweets have been
and,
pouring in as we speak.
Posts on our official T3 Podcast Facebook group. The last time we did a live podcast, everyone was able to listen at home live, so we had them coming in as we were doing
Yeah.
the show, but
Well, we
we
can't
couldn't
do it
afford the
live.
internet access here.
We couldn't get. But that is true. That's not even
than
a
a Google
joke.
Nexus.
Our budget stretched to this.
You would not believe. If you think the parking is expensive, you would not believe how expensive the Wi-Fi is.
Duncan, what have we got before we went on air?
Dave Vardis, that's a good name. He says, with the leaked pics of Wii Mini online looking very real, yes, that's because they are, and soon to launch after the Wii U, I can't see the point of the Wii, as had its day the novelty has worn off. 2, if Nintendo... Can you put some punctuation into this? 2, if
This is a stream of
Nintendo...
thought.
Instead, to sell this, it will have to be so cheap or sold at a loss to have any chance, since you can pick Wii's up so cheap now.
I think we get the idea. 60 quid. It's,
Why is
that,
it Canadian
60
only?
I have a feeling that because they're producing so many Wii U's at the moment, their manufacturing capacity is a bit limited, so they thought,
Apart from in Canada.
we can supply Canada because there's no one
Are they
living there.
popular? Do
Nobody
they like
lives in
small
Canada.
things in Canada?
Do you think maybe they came up with the Wii Mini, they got to the point where they were going to make it, and then they were like, actually, this is a really rubbish idea, but we've made them now.
The Canadians will love it.
Oh, no, it's probably more like, if we put it out in Canada, nobody will ever hear about it.
Possibly. It does look a bit
Possibly.
odd, I've got to
I
say.
do apologise to any Canadians listening. And everyone else, because this isn't very good.
You've got some more, Dunk.
Oh, good. James Burridge, he Facebookifies to say, the hardware is only slightly ahead of 7-year-old consoles, yet all the ports of good games are the worst versions. Batman and Epic Mickey have near unplayable frame rate issues, and it has major load times, the worst on any console to date. Is that didn't come out yet? How does he know all this? Except pre-patch MGS4, lol.
Oh,
There's a lol there.
an insider joke, I think.
MGS4 before the patch was...
What is MGS4?
Don't know. It's just such a weak attempt at next gen.
Right.
Metal Gear Solid 4. Come on, Rhi, keep up.
Oh, okay, right. Metal Gear
Honestly.
Solid 4. Right, I got it. I only just got my head around COD. I was like,
I've got to say, I mean, he's talking about the frame rates there. I have been looking at because I've got the Wii U here. Anyone else been playing with the Wii U while they've been down here? That's one of the main. It's come out today. Has no one been playing with the Wii U?
He has.
It's boring.
Has anyone worked out what it's for? I guess if
No.
nobody's tried it, then
the
I
only thing I can see is that it weighs you when you play
Shrugs
Wii
all
Fit.
around.
You
Okay.
stand on it.
Well, waves of enthusiasm about the Wii U coming to me from here, but I thought it actually looked quite. I mean, I didn't see any problems with frame rates. It looked pretty smooth.
I haven't played with it. I've only unboxed it.
Okay.
So I haven't switched it on. I've taken it out of the box.
Have you done
For a
an unboxing
video. I've done an unboxing video.
So let me get this straight.
I
You did the
haven't switched it
unboxing video
on.
and then.
No, I wasn't allowed to switch it on. They told me I could only take it out of the box, but I wasn't allowed to switch it on. And I had to put it back in the box and send it back.
Your ears are going
You had
at
to
the
put it
moment.
back.
Was it quite exciting taking it out of the box?
It was. It was the elite version. So it had like loads of stuff.
Did you find when you came to try and put it back in the box, it was completely impossible? Because
Yeah.
that's why I always
I just
find.
chucked it in a bin bag and sent it
Just-
off in a
yeah,
courier.
Forget it. Just bill me.
Anyway, Rhi, we've had a plethora
We
of
have.
Gadget Show Live excuses from
Yeah.
people who couldn't come.
We have from our Facebook
These are
group.
dedicated listeners
So,
who couldn't take a little time out of their day
no.
to come down and see us.
Shame on them.
£12.50 tickets to this cost. I looked it up.
We were giving them away.
£12.50.
So go on, what have we had? What are the lame excuses?
I've got Joe Farnworth Mayers. I'm at school. Sad face. Mike Williams. Damn it, I'm away. Philip. None of these people know these people. Philip Thompson. Dang it, I'm working. Will Gent. Damn you, school. Callum Newton. Are the perils of being at Union Liverpool? But the best excuse goes to Katie Heath. I'm afraid I'll be busy that day playing the new Wii U plus working.
So does that mean her job involves playing the Wii U?
We'll have to ask Katie.
So that was
If only she was here, then we could ask her.
She managed to
But
work
she's not.
in a kind of showing off and an excuse.
Yeah.
At the same time.
And
Yeah.
kind of a martyrdom thing on the end.
People have also been letting us know what they're doing while listening to the podcast. Matt Whedon, need to stop listening to the pod on the way from work. People are starting to think I have a screw loose with the occasional giggling coming from me. I blame Megan Fox and that dolphin.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Just to explain, has anyone seen the Megan Fox advert? What,
Yeah.
Brilliant, you're saying. I can play. I can play.
Brilliant
with
for the reason that it's
Here we
Megan
go. Here we
Fox.
go.
We all have our hidden passions. For Megan Fox, this is a passion for marine life. That's why we designed the new ASA Aspire S7 Ultrabook, so Megan could follow her dream and talk to dolphins.
That would enable us to start to hear dolphins in an entirely new way.
Brilliant. You're brilliant.
Hello?
Hello, Megan. Don't I get it, huh?
Hello, Megan.
Dolphins do not sound like that, surely.
I'm finding it hard to picture what's going on in that.
Scientist?
Megan Fox is a sexy scientist?
Yeah, that was Megan Fox advertising for Acer.
Well, you know, if you can get the gig, might as well.
Might as well, if they're going to
You know.
pay you.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
Why not?
when you're being out-acted by a fake dolphin,
It's time to
maybe
quit.
it's time to consider a different career.
Alex Praskos, I eat a sandwich. God, we've got very interesting listeners. I eat a sandwich while listening to podcasts.
Wow.
So if I laugh, I can bite into the sandwich and I won't look special.
But you will look special.
He will, actually, yeah. But the best location for listening to the T3 podcast goes to, get this, Cameron Springthorpe, who writes, thought you might appreciate some pics of where I'm listening to your podcast from. Let's just see the first pic. Okay, so this is where he works.
Wow.
Okay, that could be, well, it could be a lot of things, I guess. I'll just carry on here. Currently, we are mid-Atlantic on the boat in the pics below. That's where he works.
Bloody hell.
What does he do?
We're burning 9.5 litres of fuel a day and en route to Antigua.
I hate this guy.
We have satellite internet, which allows me to download
Too
the
much
current
detail.
podcast and also send you this little message.
Oh, that's nice of him,
which
though, isn't it?
I think he's bragging, technically, rather than...
I'd brag if
you
I
know.
was working on that.
That's his office.
That's nicer than Steve Jobs' yacht.
Anyway, what have we got, Rhi, for our Gadget of the Week?
Well, Dan, I had the Nintendo Wii U, but I couldn't switch it on. So Duncan has taken over my mantle of Gadget of the Week with this.
So we couldn't bring you the Wii U, but we could
I'm not doing
bring
it.
you a
You sing into
pink
it. I'll hold the microphone.
microphone.
No,
Is it?
it's called the Sing Along. It's for children.
Right.
And what you do, Duncan talks in here. It does. No, he's singing. So what it's meant to do, like your voice comes out of its little tummy, but it sounds really kind of sadistic.
Oh, it is coming out.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll see if we can pick this up.
It sounds like some kind of weird Darth Vader thing. It's terrible, isn't it? It's meant to be for a child that you sing along, but
Are you meant to
sounds
sort of
really
put this by your
demonic.
child's bed and...
Yeah. Imagine that, as a kid as you're sleeping. Hello.
That's horrendous.
I know. Yeah.
How much does this cost?
I think it's around £30.
£500.
Wow, that's,
£500. For you, Dan, £500.
that's brilliant.
So I think it's up there with the Wii U.
And scary. Thank you. What's it called?
It's called Sing Along, if you want to go and get yourselves one. No one.
Oh.
Quick!
Okay. This is where we pause momentarily.
You can't get liver than that. That's great.
Okay, well, that really does bring us to our review of the year, because the year is not yet done, but already we're getting misty-eyed about 2012. So, has it been a vintage year for tech, or a damp squib we'll quickly forget? Let's see if it was more Nadine Dorries or David Haymaker Hay with a look at its best bits. See,
Yeah.
little reference there.
That was good.
I think the most interesting thing is actually that the first, I was looking at the list of what happened this year, but the launch of the PS Vita in February and the new, now old iPad in March
Yeah.
don't make it into this review of
I
the
forgot
year.
the PS Vita was this year.
It was, yeah. Instead, we skipped straight to April when we got an insight into Google's foray into, deep breath, augmented reality head-mounted displays. That's smart specs to you and I. With this film about a day in the life of a Google Glass user.
Whoa, cool. Take a photo of this. Share it to my circles. Oh, I'm running late. Music, stop.
Dan's gone. Oh.
Hi, what's up?
Hey,
Hey,
you want to say something cool?
is that even delayed?
Yep.
That's terrible.
Okay, here goes.
This is great.
All done with a pair of Google Glass augmented reality
Wow.
specs.
What would I do? I couldn't wear them over my
So just to
glasses, could I?
explain, really, he was doing everything you could pretty much do on a phone right now, But
Yeah.
using his glasses, the menus were being projected on the glasses. He could see all that. You could
Yeah.
talk to them. It understands what you're saying. And this is real. They are developing these.
Yeah.
Because, a couple months later, we had them skydiving into
Yeah.
a presentation,
And Sergey Brin went
filming as they went with
So
their
he
with
went
their
to London
Google.
Fashion Week as well, and he had them on, and he filmed the whole catwalk with it.
But you can't buy these yet.
You can't buy them
No.
yet.
Well, you can if you're a developer, but they cost 15 grand, I think.
Cheap?
Not bad. Well, I think we've all been waiting for a pair of glasses that double as a guitar. Now,
Ukulele.
finally, they're arrived.
Yeah.
Okay, on to May, and one of the biggest launches of the year wasn't technical, but financial. Here's a hint.
What was
Wow.
that?
Duncan.
That's a terrible hint. What
Well,
was it?
from the script, I believe it would be the Facebook launch.
Hey!
It soared so high and then fell so
And then
low.
plummeted.
the
It was a
shares.
roller coaster, everyone.
A roller coaster.
Yeah. Who'd have thought that Facebook shares would plummet?
I know. Who'd have thought that something that's used by 1 billion people every day would turn out to be because they don't really. The thing is, everybody loves Facebook, but everybody hates the adverts on Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to make money out of, and people they just suddenly realise, oh, hang on, we're never going to make any money out of this.
The thing is, it's still worth billions. It's just not worth as many billions as they thought it was.
It's true, it's a drop in the ocean, really. Losing 500 billion off of your share price, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing to
Bit of a shame
Zuckerberg.
for anyone bought Facebook shares?
You, sir.
No.
No.
Guess not.
Wise move.
Well, firstly, I recommended don't buy Facebook shares, but then when they plummeted, I was like, oh, buy them now, because they'll go back up. Luckily,
that
I hope
hasn't-
nobody took that advice,
That
because
hasn't
turned out to
happened,
be
I'm
bad
afraid.
advice.
Okay. June, and we haven't even mentioned a tablet yet. Oh, how remiss. That was all to change with the announcement of this from Microsoft, which I don't have. I will explain.
Good work, Dan.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. This is the Microsoft Surface. What I do have is their little explanation of... I'll let them explain.
These hinges, they were spec'd just as Stephen told you. They were spec'd to feel and sound like a high-end car door. When you close the device, the kickstand just goes away. It's not in your way.
What's the sound?
So this is the kickstand on the Microsoft Surface, which is engineered to sound
Yeah.
like a car door. It's so solid that when you slam it shut, it's almost as if, you're
And not just any
slamming
car
shut.
door, it's
So-
like
It's like that Volkswagen
performance.
advert.
Earlier in the
car
year, we ran a little test. Okay, so I'm going to play two sounds, one of which will be the Surface kickstand being slammed shut. The other will be a car door. I'll see if you can tell the difference. Okay, here we go. Okay, well, that could be either of them. Let's play the other one. Oh, hold on. I'll do those again.
Okay, just again, I didn't quite get it.
It's very hard to differentiate. Okay. Yeah.
It's a tough
I'm
one, isn't
flummoxed.
it?
Those
Yeah.
engineers, I mean, how long must they have spent?
What car did they think they were
I think
making?
you're trying to trick us, because the first one was a Porsche, and then the second one was actually just like a Ferrari, wasn't it? Neither of those was the Surface.
Yeah. Yes, this is the Surface, which hasn't quite set the world on
Hasn't
fire, but
quite
it's
taken
early
off,
days.
is it?
It's very early days, and we
Yeah.
haven't got the Pro, which everyone's a bit more excited
It hasn't
about.
set the world on fire. It hasn't even applied deep heat to its legs.
Okay, fair dues. And July saw the Nexus 7, which seems like a good time as any to talk about this.
That's definitely what happened at the press conference. Yeah.
Little something. What could we be talking about?
That was Apple, not the Nexus 7, wasn't it?
Well, it's small tablets in general. So we've got the Nexus
Yeah.
7, we've got the Kindle Fire
Kindle Fire
HD,
HD.
and we've got the iPad Mini.
Yeah.
What's going on? Because I thought we all said that that small
Which we have
tablets were
here.
rubbish.
We have one here.
And I've got a Kindle Fire.
Okay, we've got
These
the
are
iPad
the
Mini
small tablets. Yeah, this is my iPad Mini. And here's the Kindle Fire.
and the Kindle Fire.
Spot the
This is
difference.
really heavy, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
you could
heavy.
kill a man with that. That is
I haven't actually
50.
held them both together.
There's the other one. So yeah. Oh, thanks.
Hand those out. Yeah,
That was a great test.
That was great radio.
So that was me going, ooh, which clearly demonstrates how much heavier the Kindle is. But the price difference is the main thing here, really, isn't it? I mean, you're really going to... The iPad mini is cheaper than an iPad, but it's not exactly cheap, is it?
It's not cheap. Well,
It
Apple
is a
don't
nice
do
bit
cheap.
of kit, though. It is a nice bit of kit.
It is a lot
It looks
nicer.
good. Yeah.
But what Steve Jobs told us that, 7 inches was useless.
Yeah, but where is he now?
He's not saying that anymore.
He's not saying that anymore.
He's been silenced. I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
Yeah. So let's move on from that.
It's good that we can laugh about it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If you had the choice between...
I'd cry otherwise.
Yeah.
So that's
Between those three, and if
Yeah.
you actually had to pay for them,
Okay.
an important
So
proviso...
what have I got? The Nexus 7,
So you've got the Nexus
iPad
7,
Mini.
Kindle Fire HD, or the iPad Mini, and you have to pay for them out of your own hard-earned cash.
Well, due to the fact that my hard-earned cash doesn't amount to much, I'd have to go to the Google Nexus 7.
Nexus 7,
Yeah.
Dunc?
I'd get the iPad, I guess.
gets
I'm just a
paid more
complete
than me.
Apple fanboy.
This is ridiculous.
love
I was
their
going to
stuff.
say the Kindle Fire HD.
Wow,
The Kindle Fire HD is like a tablet for children.
Well,
Well, yeah,
it is
no,
really
that's
heavy.
I have a youthful complexion. Nearly
Good. What's next, Dan?
Well, it's nearly
Let's
time
move
to
this
go.
along.
As we heard from the announcement earlier. We still mentioned the iPhone 5.
Yeah, that was good. Next.
That was good.
That was good. What about the new connector? Controversial?
Lightning.
Smaller.
Yeah.
I found.
But you were really excited because you said, oh, you can use it either
Okay.
way now.
No. It is exciting. Okay. The old one, if you were a bit, I don't know, hungover, or it was the middle of the night, or whatever, you'd try to put it in the wrong way, you'd have a sort of epic fail moment.
No, but then you just go,
With this
look,
one-
it's the other way.
You can go either way.
When it's
Brilliant.
late at night and you're trying to shove something into the wrong hole.
Don't.
Stop.
Let's
Stop.
not do
That's
that.
always bad news.
EE launching 4G,
Yep.
which they did very sneakily.
Did they?
Yeah, they
thought they were quite
used their
brazen about
existing,
it.
their existing
Oh, right,
spectrum. They got around the Ofcom rules. All the other networks were really annoyed. They're
They
not
were.
going to get 4G out till next year.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
remember all
well,
this
not
controversy?
unreasonably. And then they were very stealthy about the way they launched it.
How many, anyone got 4G? No.
No. No one's got 4G.
It's too expensive, and also,
is really expensive.
what can you really do with it? That's the thing about 4G. You can just download Facebook that little bit
And also
quicker.
the
Download the
coverage
T3
isn't that
podcast.
great either. Like I've played with the one in London and
Okay, and finally Windows 8, which is a massive, massive launch for Microsoft.
I've got the Lenovo Yoga here.
Go on, let's have a look at it.
It's got Windows 8 on it. This is the one that you can use any which way you want.
Yeah, it's like a sort of massive tablet.
Yeah, so you can.
The
like,
reaction on
laptop.
the reaction on the podcast Facebook group has been a bit
Tablet.
mixed to Windows 8. Some people saying, "Oh, just stick with
Yeah,
it, you'll
this
love
way.
it," and others just saying it's a complete head jam.
Well, people hate change, don't they?
But this is a big. This isn't like a little step.
Yeah,
This
drop
is
it.
this is a big change. It's a completely different style of computing.
It does look nice.
I suppose so. I mean, at the end of the day, if you click on the requisite button, it basically turns back into
Turns
Windows
back into
7.
the old Windows. This
Yeah.
is true. Okay. Well, that is about all we have time for. Remember, T3.com has all the latest. T3 is on the shelves and on your iPad, and we're on iTunes every Friday. So to our studio audience, thank you very much. I've been Dan Maudsley, and you've been listening to the T3 podcast.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.